Of a story. We got a hell of a story tonight, man. That Sammy the Bull and Michael Franzese were ripping each other up, and we're going to talk about that. But before we get to that, Carlos is going to give away a trip to Colombia. How about that?
Yeah. Hey.
Thank you, Carlos. A free trip to Colombia.
Yeah, we just need to figure out. We need to figure out how the hell we're going to give it away. Who we're going to give it away to? How, you know, they got to earn it though, right?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to earn it.
Subscribe also.
Yeah, they definitely got to be subscribers. So if you didn't subscribe, subscribe. That's the only way you're gonna get a trip to Colombia. And as far as this trip goes, we still have one spot left. You can email me at mafiamade1971@gmail.com to find out about it. I got these ridiculous glasses on because I have to read, and I don't have reading glasses. Well, I do. They look like yours, and you know, fuck, I don't want to look like you. That's for damn sure.
Okay.
But what did you think about that video they put up from Valley Tuna, whatever the hell that shit's called? I can't pronounce that shit. Valleytainment, some shit. Someone just sent me a video on Michael Franzese and
the rat fight.
The Bull. Huh?
The rat fight.
But hold on. Either these two are really good actors, or they're really pissed off at each other. Apparently, Michael Franzese put out a video recently about, I think John Gotti Jr.'s coming up with a show or a YouTube channel, WITSEC, something about witness protection, right?
Okay.
And Franzese actually said something in one of his videos. Hey, you know, John Gotti Jr.'s coming up with this new show, WITSEC Mafia. I think it's called WITSEC Mafia, Witness Protection Mafia. And then Mike turns around and says that he doesn't believe in WITSEC because a lot of these people, they get offered this witness protection, right?
Yeah.
And when you get offered this witness protection, you can lie your ass off. Basically, the government says, if you give us X, Y, and Z, we're going to give you fucking A, B, and C. Right. And the government doesn't give a shit what X, Y, and Z is. Just give it to them, right?
Right.
So then he comes up with and says, look, people that get this witness protection shouldn't, I think he said they usually re-offend.
They go back. Or they lie and they just go back to doing what they were doing.
Right. And kind of made an innuendo that Sammy the Bull was one of those people.
Yeah. He named a couple people. Within those people was Sammy.
Right. So it kind of, from what this video does, Sammy's pissed the fuck off, right? It looks legitimately pissed off. But they both turn around, and what I don't like is they both turn around and act like mobsters, like they're both made men still. They're neither one of them. You know, Mike's not a made guy. Sammy the Bull's not a made guy. They act as if they are, and they act as if they can do something.
Right.
They act as if they're going to go somewhere. No one's going to do any fucking thing. They can't. Neither one of them can call anyone in the mob. They can't. Right. No one in the mob can talk to them. People in the mob cannot talk to those guys. They can't sit at the table with them. They can't do shit. They've been fucking shunned. You're gone. Zero. So they can sit there and talk mafia amongst themselves all they want, but they're but they got YouTube kind of fooled. But once you cooperate, you cannot sit down with a mobster. You have no connection. You've lost all your ranking. So you're not a made man. You're not a capo. You're not an underboss. You actually have less power than the cashier at your local supermarket. When it comes to a mob sit down. Right. You know, she can be represented by someone and have to sit down at a table. Mm-hmm. You can't bring a rat to a table ever.
Right.
So grandma down the street who works at the grocery store has more clout and more power than two people who cooperated, who were under boss, whoever the hell it is. They lost it completely. So besides that, what'd you think about what you heard?
Well, I was hearing Francese's thing that he's saying that what he got on the stand and what he said about the guy that he was testifying against. What was his name?
Norby Walters. And I learned a lot about this guy. This was good. This was good.
That his dad wanted to whack him. I don't know who wanted to whack him, and he saved his life for all these three attempts. And that when they called him to get to the stand, they were going to call his dad and his younger brother, right? Something like that. And then he said no, that he, leave my brother and my dad alone. I'll get on the stand. He got on the stand and he said something about some monies and this and all that, but that was really irrelevant in the case against Norby Walters,
Right.
But he gets involved. He gets convicted, right?
Right.
But he says that he didn't get convicted on what he testified. You testified.
Yeah. Now here's the deal. The government doesn't bring you to trial unless you're looking at going to prison, right?
Right.
Okay. So what happened apparently from what Sammy the Bull says, and I kind of believe it, it makes a lot of sense because you can tell Mike doesn't say otherwise. Sammy the Bull says this, and Mike doesn't say the opposite. Mike just tries to cover it up. What Sammy said was, look, you took the fucking stand and the guy was going to prison. He was going to prison. However, there was a fuck up. The judge it was a technicality and the case got thrown out.
Right. Okay.
But Mike testified, and Mike's intention was that
to
this
send
guy
him
was
to
going to
jail.
prison.
That's why he was on the stand.
That's why he was on the stand. And his 10-year sentence got reduced to 3.
Exactly.
And his fucking $15 million fine or whatever it is, that got wiped away. So all those things Sammy said are on the fucking money.
Right.
He's 100% accurate. You don't take the stand unless the guy's going to prison.
Exactly. Your intentions are to send him to jail.
Yeah, that was his intention. Whether or not
you're a government witness.
Yeah, look, if he got it, maybe they came out with not guilty. What if it was a not guilty thing? He still cooperated. His intentions was to throw his ass in prison. Exactly. So Mike Franzese, you can sit there and sugarcoat that shit all you want. You're a rat down to your bone. You took down a friend of yours, a friend of the family, number one. You testified against him. Your intentions was to put him in jail, whether he went to jail or not. Your intentions were to put him in jail. And stop lying if you're a Christian. Tell the truth. Answer this question, Mike Franzese. Was your intention to put him in jail? You testified for the government to convict him so he would go to jail. That's a yes or no. If you say no, then why the fuck were you on the stand in the first place?
Yeah.
And why was he at trial?
He says that the guy was how do you say living off of them, his family.
Yeah,
for 30
using
years,
their name, using
their name
the
and
Franzese name.
Still, then go get them. Tell them stop using my fucking name. Slap them around. Do what you got to do, but don't fucking.
And I tell you this: if he was using their name, trust me, he was paying. So if he was going around saying Mike Franzese or Sonny Franzese this every month, he was kicking out the money. Huh?
For 30 years?
For 30 years. He was kicking back the money. So he might have been using the name, but it wasn't for free.
Hey.
All right. There's no way. I don't, friend or no friend, you're paying. If you're making money, you're fucking paying. Don't mix business and friendship. That's that. But Sammy the Bull had some real good shit to say. I could only watch half of it. I mean, I'm going to watch the other half. I usually don't watch that shit, but I was sitting there going, wait a minute.
It's making sense.
Now I'm starting to wonder if it sounds like either the podcast that they did, the show, is crumbling and is going to fall apart.
So they need to boost this up.
Or this is an advertisement to boost it up because
boost it up.
I don't know. They look pretty fucking pissed off. I never seen Franzese mad. I never seen him mad. He
says baloney when he's mad.
Oh, baloney. That was a good one. What did he keep saying?
He said, that's baloney.
That's baloney. That was beautiful what Sammy said. What type of mobster says baloney? What kind of baloney is this?
You're talking baloney. Baloney.
Sammy did rip him a new asshole. I gotta say that. He said, listen, you who were you? What'd you do? All right, you made money on the gas. Okay. But what else did you do besides live off your dad's name?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. He brought up a point. People ask you, did you kill anyone? He's never said no. Now, if you're a Christian, you would say, no, I didn't.
Right.
Even if you did.
Right.
You would say, no, I didn't.
Of course. Of course.
You know what I mean? Well, you don't want to lie because you're a Christian? That's one fucking thing you'd want to lie about. He lies about everything else, but he won't lie about, really? Yeah. Mike's not a killer. Nah. And he won't tell everyone. You want to know why he won't say he hasn't killed anybody?
Why?
Because his YouTube followers won't think he's a gangster. That's it. The only reason he's not saying anything. Mike Franzese has never whacked anyone. You can tell.
Yeah.
Sammy's dead on balls. You can tell the difference between the two men.
Or if he did or not killed anybody, but was he involved like Sammy, that he was involved in a couple murders? He probably in his testimony he didn't say anything. So if he comes out and admits it now, he's coming back in. Yeah,
I don't got him being. I got him going like this. They called him the what they called him, the what Don, the Peppy Don, the Yuppie Don,
Yuppie. Yeah,
the
Yuppie
Don,
Don.
right? He didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. He wanted to make some money, and that was about it.
Yeah,
he's not a street guy. He's not a gangster. He's not a murderer. That's why he's so against all the violent shit.
Exactly.
Right? He's against all this violence and because he wasn't the one to get his hands dirty. He wanted to make some money, shake people down, maybe squeeze people, extort them, sports, movies.
Wanted to act tough.
And then, he wanted to act tough. And then he wants to say that John Gotti had no respect, had no morals. Hold on a second. These motherfuckers making pornos. Franzese making pornos. Yeah. I think the father made Deep Throat.
Deep Throat and they did a couple of
pornos. Okay, so talk about movies. Morals. Hold on a second. I don't think Gambino, the Gotti had anything with fucking pornography.
No.
At all, zero.
No.
And then he says, Gotti was out in the limelight. Hold on. He's over there making this movie in Miami, getting the keys from the city, from the Miami mayor.
Yep. Cry of the City. I remember the name. And
he's over there with his suit and shit and getting the keys to the city. Come on.
Yeah. He the Chainsaw Massacre also.
Yeah, he made that fucking movie too.
They were involved in that movie also. So he was Hollywood. So
he got his name. He's a movie producer now. Well,
yeah.
You don't need to have your name on it. Put someone else's name on it. It's your money.
It's
you want to be a famous movie producer? You want to be a Hollywood fucking superstar? That's the John Gotti syndrome. Right? It's your money, put someone else's name on it if you really want to stay low key.
Exactly.
But no.
Exactly. Boy, I gotta watch that video, the one that we were watching now.
That was good stuff, huh?
Yeah, they were going at it.
They were definitely going at it. What else did Sammy the Bull say? He said quite a few things that were pretty damn good.
That about putting his name out there. Oh, he said also about that he took the stand, whether they got convicted or not. He took the stand, and like you said, his intention was to put the guy in jail.
Yeah.
So you cooperated. Don't sugarcoat it, like you said. You know what I'm saying? That's what Sammy said. And he they were praying for Sammy. He said, "Why the fuck are you praying for me? You pray for your family member that just passed away, your wife or kids or something. Don't pray for me." You know what I'm saying?
Sammy thought he was getting played. He goes. Sammy was pissed off, right?
Yeah.
So then he prays for him. I think he sent them the prayer in the mail or something like that.
Yeah, he texted them the thing.
He texted it to him or mailed it to him?
He texted it through the WhatsApp thing. You know what I mean? The prayer,
right?
The video. You know what I mean? He sent it to him.
Sammy threw it in the garbage. He says, "Don't. What do you call it? Okey doke me." Well, I forgot what term he used.
Some shit like that.
It was pretty fucking funny. But he goes, "You trying to soften me up?" He goes, "Sammy's a street guy." He goes, "Listen, you gonna soften me up for this bullshit?"
Yeah.
He took offense to that.
Yeah, totally. Well,
that was pretty fucking good. I gotta say. So anyone who hasn't seen the video, I don't know when it came out, but someone sent it to me today. Valley 2.
Let's help them out.
Huh?
Put the link on it so you can help them out so they can watch it.
Yeah, I'll put the link on there, and you can watch these two guys rap.
Yeah, then for them
are fighting.
Yeah, and then the subscribers, whoever watches it, can give us their comments what they think about the fight.
I got Sammy won that one.
Yeah, he won definitely. He got that one.
Sammy beat him. You know why? Well, Sammy says he doesn't lie, which we know he makes shit up.
Right.
He makes shit up. Mike just fucking, I don't know what you say, what he does. He lies, he bends the truth, and then he hides behind the Christianity thing, man. You got to be careful with that.
Con artist, kid. He's a professional con artist.
Oh, he's a class A con artist, huh?
Yeah. You can tell. and he's got the swag. He's Mr. Cool. He's Mr. Educated, Mr. This and all that.
His inner circle, all these people paying him to be around him. I think he's getting
society.
Listen, anyone who's involved, you want to watch, that's okay, but don't pay for this. Someone's conning you that's not telling you the truth. If you cooperated, just say you cooperate. If you cooperated, here's the strange thing is I don't think that he realizes that if he tells everyone the truth, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
They're going to start leaving when they figure it out for themselves.
Right.
You know,
Right.
everyone knows about Sammy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He might
Put it out there.
He might make stories up because there's really nothing else to talk about. You run out of content.
Yeah, you got limited. It's nuts.
Everyone's got a good 100 stories in them, right?
Yeah, every day. We're not Rambo. Every day we don't have fucking action. You know what I'm saying?
No, it doesn't. People think your life is some sort of 24 hours a day. No, hell, who would want a life like that, right?
No one.
No,
you know what I mean?
You can't have fucking. You want the business should be nice and quiet for months.
Totally.
When the shit hits the fucking fan, it hits the fan, and you get out of it. Hopefully.
Exactly.
So Sammy's runs out of stories. He makes them up. But it's not like lying about your testimony and about killing people and all that other shit. And he did say in that video about the 19 murders, he said, Sammy corrected it.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't kill 19 people. I was involved in 19 murders. So he might have killed one.
Right.
Big difference.
Yeah,
Big
totally.
Difference. But at least he tells the truth, right?
Right.
Tells the truth about his cooperation. Why Mr. High and Mighty over here lives off his dad's name.
Yeah, he wants to smoke screen it.
Oh yeah. He's got his dad's name. And his dad was a gangster. Dad was a gangster to the end.
Yep.
So Mike had 10 years, knocked down the 3. Fucking to testify against someone in your family. No. His dad wouldn't okay that. There's no way his dad would tell him to do that. So whether he says, listen, first of all, he's saying, I testified so my father wouldn't have to. Wait a minute, your father wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And your brother, I'll testify if you leave them alone. What do you mean leave them alone? Don't arrest them? Is that what you're saying? Or so they wouldn't have to testify? That's not the way it works. No.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, you know how it goes.
The feds don't work like this. If you testify for us, we want to arrest your father and your brother. Because apparently this person is not that big of a deal. Right? Not that big of a deal.
Right.
No, what they will do is you testify for us, we'll knock your sentence down, but we're still going after your father and your brother.
Obviously.
Unless you got cooperation like Sammy the Bull, then maybe you can knock off you and your father. And your brother,
exactly.
Right? You got that type of cooperation.
That's different.
Yeah, that's like a global fucking plea. You can't, right. But when you're talking this peanut shit where he goes, oh, I used my family name. No. What you said ain't gonna help your father and your brother and all that other bullshit. You were after helping yourself, Mike Franzese. You were helping yourself and nothing but yourself. So help you God. You ratted on your family friend, got your 10 down to 3, became a Christian speaker, and now you're lying your motherfucking ass off. And you're making millions and you're funneling it through the damn missionaries, not paying taxes. Fucking bravo, you racketeer motherfucker, you. That's a racket.
Oh boy.
Hey, we need to come up with the name of a church. Not a church, can't say church. I don't like that. I believe in Jesus, so I ain't gonna do that. That has to be, we ain't doing that shit. I don't do that. You pay your taxes. You earn money, you pay your taxes.
That's it.
Yeah, you want to do something for the church, you do something for the church.
Or donate some money to a charity.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's a charity foundation called Michael Franzese Charity Foundation. Send him the money.
Yeah, send them the
money. And let him
money.
go on the yachts and the Mercedes and live the life while everyone else is suffering over there, right?
Oh, boy.
Shame.
Yeah, kid. All right, buddy.
Well, who you got more respect for if you had to pick?
Sammy there.
Yeah, me too.
Sammy
the Bull.
Yeah.
Sammy won that one. After
got
listening to
balls.
that, if that was, we know it's not a legitimate sit down, whatever it was
Yeah.
before. I don't know if this thing's gonna fall apart
Right.
or if this was something to get the audience going. Got me going,
Right.
got me going, but it's definitely a video to watch. I don't know how the actual sit down went, but that was pretty damn good.
That was funny. Yeah.
It was
that
fucking
good.
funny. Sammy won, kicked the shit out of him. Mike's pissed off. And Sammy's just sitting back there fucking telling it how it is. So
Totally.
what are you gonna do?
Totally.
All right, brother.
All right.
I'm gonna
All right.
listen. I'm gonna watch the rest of this video and figure out how you're going to give away that trip to Colombia. Mafia Made.
How am I going to spend some money?
Yeah, how you gonna spend some money? Mafia Made 1971 at Gmail. If you're interested in going to the trip to Colombia on this go, we got one left. We got one left, right?
Yeah, one.
You got one left. You need your passport, people.
Oh,
you need
yeah.
passport.
I need the list. I need a list of names of the people that are coming. So
okay, I'll get it to you. You need the passport numbers too, no?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So if you send me an email, make sure you have your passport in hand, because I had 3 people already ready to go. No passports. We can't take a chance. It's too close. The passport's here at 8 weeks.
Totally. Yeah. Need them now. Okay. Be good.
And subscribe, because